Hello and welcome to our year-in-review edition of Courier TV. This week we'll be discussing college events from the past semester, such as sports, politics, and celebrations. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Alex Bruzek, and with me is Joash Mencias, editor of the Courier Newspaper. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, not a problem. So let's jump right into the big news of the whole semester, the announcement of Dr. Robert Bruder's retirement.
Yeah, so in January, President Bruder announced that he was retiring by the end of March 2016. Definitely this set off a lot of discussion and media coverage and a lot of talk within our campus community. So that's definitely notable in January.
Yeah. On the lighter side, moving on to February, the first time ever the college really had a lot of big events for Black History Month.
Yeah, so this was the first year that COD's new Center for Diversity and Inclusion sponsored a whole month-long series of events and celebrations, and also panel discussions discussing very serious things and issues regarding the African American community. So definitely the month-long series of events for Black History Month was notable because it was the first time in college history that we were celebrating a month with extensive events.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about the events. I know we had like Lynette Tilly Turner here, a famous author about the Underground Railroad, especially here in Illinois. So it seemed like a really good, positive event here. Mm-hmm. Also in February, the numbers for the spring enrollment came out. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the college announced earlier this semester that spring enrollment is up. It's the highest in terms of full-time enrollment here in college history. It was up 2.1% from the previous year, so definitely numbers are looking up in terms of student enrollment.
Right. What do you think we can attribute that success to?
Well, I think that the college has been aggressive in terms of recruiting from local area high schools and pushing out their messages on local media and newspapers and in radio stations. So definitely an aggressive marketing push could be attributed to the enrollment increase.
Right, and personally I think that the two-year college and getting your gen ads out of the way is becoming more and more popular,
Sure.
saving a little money, getting that out of the way and then going to the bigger universities.
Sure.
So, moving on to March, we had some big elections for the Student Leadership Council.
Yeah, so for Student Leadership Council, we have new student body leaders. Joe Stahl was elected as president. For vice president, Miguel Hernandez won that seat. And then Gloria Rourke won for student trustee. And interestingly enough, Gloria is the first ever African-American female to serve on the Board of Trustees as a student trustee. So that's definitely historic and notable here in the college.
What kind of effects do you think that might have on upcoming decisions here at the college?
Well, I think it's too early to know at this point, but the student trustee has an advisory vote when they vote during Board of Trustees meetings. So while their vote isn't legally binding, I think that the student trustee has an important voice in helping shape the decisions of the Board of Trustees.
All right. Also in March, the grand reopening of the bookstore.
Yeah, so our campus bookstore located in the Student Resource Center reopened in March. There were extensive renovations. If you've been there lately, it looks cleaner, it looks modern, and the layout is different, so students can get what they need here on campus through the bookstore.
Yeah, absolutely. Also this year, Chaparral Sports has had a very interesting run. Here's our own Ryan Parkinson with a look back at COD spring programs.
So this year in basketball, after a long season, led by freshman point guard Paris Dunlap, the team lost second round of the playoffs. After beating Joliet Junior College, they fell short to Rock Valley College, who beat them 71-57. It was a hard battle fought by them, and they showed a lot of effort, but they just fell short after Rock Valley shot the lights out during the game. Since their season just started, there are many great things to happen for the track team, but they do have 5 women qualifiers for the Nationals, which has been the highlight of their season thus far. Amanda Manton, the catcher on the softball team, showed great promise on the field while also excelling in her academics. The baseball team this year has been highly successful. They're 35-17 after finishing 25-25 last year. The pitching staff this year has done really well. They have 5 pitchers who have gained the trust of head coach Kevin Tyrell. The staff is led by Wyatt Troutwine, who's a second-year pitcher for them. On the offensive side of the team, Brian Tahiri, who bats first for them and plays shortstop, has led the way. Though they have had success with their starting pitching and hitting, they have struggled with their defense. They actually had a season-high 7 errors against Triton the other day. Coach Tyrell believes that until they are able to fix this problem, they won't be going anywhere in the playoffs. Despite this, their pitching staff will probably prevail for them during the playoffs, and they have a good chance at winning the NJCAA championship this year.
Thanks, Ryan. So jumping right back into it, moving on to April, another big decisions here at the college, the Board of Trustees elections.
Yeah, so voters in District 502, which encompasses most of DuPage County, some of Will and Cook counties, they voted to elect 3 reform candidates. They're known as a clean slate. These trustees' names are Deanne Mizaki, Frank Napolitano, and Charles Bernstein. These 3 reform candidates were elected in early April, maybe as a sign of what voters think are issues going on here at COD.
What do you think these clean slate candidates mean for the future of COD?
Yeah, I think they're going to address a lot of the problems or issues that have been publicized in the media. I think these 3 candidates, they have created a political shift here on the Board of Trustees at COD. So they're going to have to address many of the problems, but also start the process for finding a new president.
All right. So more on the fun side here at COD, we celebrated the 20th annual CODCon.
Yeah, so CODCon, which is a convention sponsored by the Sci-Fi and Fantasy Club here on campus, they hosted their 20th annual convention here at COD. They invited vendors and they had activities all for gaming fans out there.
So kind of coming full circle, Robert Bruder made headlines again in April.
Yeah, so the college announced late in April that President Bruder was taking a medical leave of absence. This was an announcement made right before the new Board of Trustees was to convene and to meet in order to vote out and vote to put him on administrative leave. So definitely that was an issue that made some headlines at COD.
Absolutely. So moving on, something that I know both of us are personally invested in, the collaboration between CNTV here and you guys over at the Courier Newspaper.
Yeah, so this term we started a partnership with the MPTV program to develop newscast and video features. The MPTV program, you guys have provided great content for Courier Newspaper, and we've done this partnership now for a semester. I think it's going great. I think this is a great way to bridge student media together here on campus.
Absolutely. I know it's been a lot of fun on our end, and we're definitely proud of all the work that we've put together. We'd like to thank everyone for watching this year. To celebrate Courier TV's inaugural semester, we'll leave you with a look behind the scenes at our productions.
Welcome to our first edition of Courier TV. I'm your host, Amy Miltonberger, and this semester, Courier TV will be highlighting campus events, news, sports, and much more.
Ready? I love Amy. Amy's cool.
Hello, Nicole. Matthew! There's my brother. Come here. He does graphics. He did all the graphics. He's my twin.
Why are we talking to the camera?
For the behind the scenes thing.
Oh. Hey.
So what do you guys think of Jen as a teacher?
I love Jen. I love Jen. Jen Piehl is great.
She's cool about us, like, trusting us to go out and go get the shots that we need.
Yeah.
Especially when it's, like, something that's going to happen once and only once.
Importance of elections and voting, and we have a problem.
What's the problem?
Well, I need someone to cover the board meeting, and I need someone to do the interviews.
She like needs sugar to thrive.
She claps a lot.
If you ever hear
Let's go!
that's Jen.
Yes, export.
Yes!
Do that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Export.
Do the lower third.
Do that.
Stop it! That was perfect! It's like good shot comes up. Oh my god. Jennifer Piehl for ya.
Thanks for joining us for this semester's final edition of Courier TV News. Have a great weekend.